to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up. Movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.69. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin.
Hey everybody, Kriss here. Welcome on a Tuesday afternoon. How's everybody doing? I'm doing all right. Doge is just kind of hanging out here right around this blue 24-cent line still, just up and down, up and down, up and down, kind of going sideways for the past couple days. So here we have it. Since the drop that we had late Sunday night, early Monday morning, it's just turned and gone sideways. So not much going with Doge. Bitcoin, however, down in the 111s now, has dropped lower than it was on Sunday night, taking out more leverage. We have ETH also coming down. They're taking out some shorter term leverage, but still quite a bit. And just kind of watching where the action is. Avalanche, big leverage being taken out. Aster, everybody talking about Aster and CZ and what's going on with Aster. Went over $2, new all-time high. Pretty crazy, but that's where the money is right now. And of course, others, which means that there's a lot of leverage trading all across all cryptos that's also getting liquidated. So that's the message right now. But you know what? You know what's coming? Big things coming for the crypto market and Dogecoin. So let me get into the news and then we'll do a Q&A. So hold your questions for about 10 minutes and let me get through what is going on. We start with Jerome Powell. Jerome Powell. In a stunning blow to experts nationwide, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell admits President Trump's tariffs are not a big factor in consumer inflation. What I've been saying all along. And now Powell's like, you know what? All that fear of inflation that we had, I'm paraphrasing. All that fear of inflation we had from tariffs, and we're not seeing it. We're not seeing it. Trump was right. Lower the interest rates. Lower the rates, dude. So Trump and Bessent were right. The Fed was wrong. Lower the rates. But that means we got to wait till October. But again, another sign of something big coming up, right? In October. We are not in October now. So the bears, Doge isn't doing anything. I'm like, is it October yet? What has Kriss been saying? Kriss has been saying October, not September. My charts don't show big pumps in September. It's October. But that's what we got. So we start with that. Is he going to apologize to President Trump? Yeah, probably not. But it just goes to show the Fed needs to follow the data. If it just follows the data instead of what they think might or might not happen, we'd be off a whole lot better. A whole lot better. But he also said stock prices appear fairly highly valued. It's like, why does he say that? What is he to determine about stock prices? And so, of course, the stock market was down today, right? About 1% or so. So if the stock market down, what does that mean? Yeah, crypto's kind of down too. So bearish? No, it's just a damper. It's putting a damper on the markets going up is all it's doing. I mean, gold is still all-time highs, right? Which is mainly being driven by other countries that don't want to hold U.S. treasuries. They want to just buy gold. So a lot more gold is being bought. So gold doing very well, and Bitcoin's kind of, a little weak. But yeah, here's Doge sideways right around 24 cents for the past day and a half, just sideways. And Bitcoin, a little bit of weakness this afternoon, down a little lower, taking out some leverage. We'll look at some other coins in a little bit about leverage and such. So what does this mean, right? With a little weakness in the market, right? With Bitcoin, right? A little weakness. Bitcoin couldn't close above 113.5, which is what it looked like was the resistance after the drop late Sunday night. Today, NASDAQ dropped nearly 1%, which creates more pressure on Bitcoin. Bitcoin needs to reclaim 113.5 and then 118 for a bullish pump. We can see a shakeout before the breakout. So shakeout. We still have more shakeout probably to come in the next week or so. And of course, US Congress, right? Where are they? They're on a break. You'd think they would be working on funding the government going forward so there's no government shutdown. But no, they're on a break. It's like, who cares? They get paid. They don't care, right? So that's what we have still looming over us, is this government shutdown coming. So for those saying, how come Doge isn't pumping? I'm like, we're still in September. Let's get into October. Let's get going, man. However, the charts are looking at, like on altcoins, for instance, on the MACD, there's a bullish crossover that happens. And every time we've had that bullish crossover, alts have pumped. Bullish crossover, alts pump. Bullish crossover, alts pump. And guess what? We just got a bullish crossover. So sometimes the pump doesn't happen right away. So we need to relax. Just relax. But big moves are coming. To the doom posters out there and the bears, the macro structure is still bullish. No alt season yet. No money rotation yet. On-chain indicators are showing Bitcoin is still not even overhyped. Nobody's overhyping Bitcoin right now. And yet, you're saying we're entering a bear market. No, we're not. Not in a bear market yet. We'll see about that, Con. We'll see about that. I think it's all going to pump. But we'll see. And Doge isn't going to 18 cents, Ely. I do not see that. This is what Zero says. Look at this. Are we in a bear market? Is the cycle over? The number of people that think the 4-year cycle is a sham and that banana zone is a stupid concept is huge. However, Zero is starting to believe in it again. You can't be in this time is different camp. We all know how it plays out. And I have consistently been showing the 4-year cycles. And the 4-year cycles are still in play. Still in play. The 4-year crypto cycle isn't broken. It's about to crush every non-believer and leave no excuses. Post-halving, every cycle hits the same market. Sideways markets, fake breakouts, maximum disbelief. And if you're in that camp, oh, crypto's over, bear, it's like you're going to miss out. You're going to miss out. And this is financial advice. We're looking at how things have traded in the past, which is no direct indication exactly how things are going to trade in the future. But the signs are there. The signs are there. And today, on September 23rd, 2025, let's give it 2 weeks. Just give it, what's 2 weeks? Let's give it 2 weeks. We're in October. Let's get all the FUD out of the way, right? Let's get the government shutdown thing behind us, right? It's the fear of something coming, right? It's going to keep prices from going up. Let's get that behind us. so we can fly. The calm before the storm. History doesn't lie. In 2013, the peak was 12 months after the halving. The halving was later in the year in 2013. In 2017, it moved earlier. The peak was 17 months after the halving. And then 2021, the halving was a little earlier in the year. And the peak was 18 months after the halving. The halving being in 2020, the peak being in 2021. So 2025, Bitcoin halving happened in April 2024, right? So a month earlier than the 2020 halving, which was in May. So the 2024 halving was in April. And here we are, 18 months after the halving. And if you look at 2021, you would expect the peak is going to be 19 or 20 months after the halving. Let's let it play out. Right now, people are praying for a longer cycle because they don't think the market is going to go parabolic. But we've seen it before. It happened last November. We've seen the market go parabolic. So they're thinking, super cycle, extended cycle, or bear. But there's only one path, Zero says, the parabolic expansion coming at full force, Q4 2025. We're not even in Q4 yet. We're still Q3. Got a week to go, but we're still in Q3. Liquidity floods in, memes ignite, charts go vertical, one last ride, one last big blow off top in this cycle, the one that changes lives or leaves you watching from the sidelines if you're too chicken to buy now because you're thinking you're going to wait for a lower price and the lower price may not come. Cycles don't die, they evolve. This one is about to produce the most violent melt up crypto has ever seen. Q4 2025, enter now or regret it forever. This opinion remains valid at least until the end of the year. We don't know what's going to happen, but there's a lot of people still looking for banana zone coming October, November. Patience. Don't get all chopped up. Don't get all chopped. This is just chop. Chop. Look at Bitcoin, even chop. Comes down a little lower to take out some leverage and then comes back up. It's chop. It's all chop. Getting freaked out about a bunch of chop. Look, Doge OS is coming. Doge OS. They're in the whole team is in Korea right now. They're showing all the beta apps and how Doge OS is working at a convention in Korea right now. In a preview for some of you that are here that may be interested on next Monday morning, I may be in a Spaces on X with Jordan Jefferson, the CEO of Doge OS, along with the ElphaPex mining guys talking about Dogecoin and Dogecoin mining. So I will know more about that by the end of the week. But next Monday morning, I may be a featured speaker in an X Spaces talking Dogecoin. So we'll see about that. But Doge OS, it's coming. And what about Doge versus Bitcoin? We've seen the chart. We've seen this chart before. What happened in 2021? Dogecoin completely blew Bitcoin out of the water. We saw other pumps, like when Elon bought Twitter, Dogecoin over Bitcoin. We saw last November, 2024, when Bitcoin went up 100%, but Doge went up but 250%. So on those big runs, Dogecoin outperforms Bitcoin. And then there's a fake out. There's a reset with a fake out. We just had that in June. And now we're going higher. Doge versus Bitcoin. And what did I say at that fake out? I said, if you want to buy Bitcoin, don't buy Bitcoin. Buy Doge. And then when you sell your Doge into Bitcoin, you'll end up with at least twice as many Bitcoin. That was the message. If you guys remember, I said that in June, and it's on my X account as well. I posted it there just to tell everyone, don't buy Bitcoin in June. Buy Doge if you want Bitcoin. Doge is going to outperform Bitcoin. Then you flip it into Bitcoin, and you'll probably end up with twice as many Bitcoin because one of these big pumps is going to happen. It's coming. We just have to be patient and wait. And wait, we got to wait this out. If you're waiting for lower prices, just put a little bit in here in the 23s, you know, just in case. Again, not financial advice, but it's like, duh. Because this could be huge, and this would be Bitcoin going up, but Dogecoin going up at a much greater percentage. This is the chart. This is the chart, Dogecoin chart. We're retesting this downward sloping resistance line. We broke out of it after the September dump, right? We broke out of it. We're now retesting it. And what's the next move? What's the next move? Big moves are coming. The breakout zone is coming. We just have to be patient. And I know it's hard. Especially when you got bears around. You're just throwing FUD at you. And it's just like, guys, that's not how Dogecoin trades. It's not how Dogecoin trades. Now, we do have some sad news. And I just want to share this with you. Again, we're in a bull cycle. Just remember, there's a lot of scammers out there, a lot of hackers out there. Be very careful what you click on. Don't trust anybody. Don't trust any links. Don't trust downloads. Be careful. There was this guy. He's streaming. He's got stage 4 cancer, right? And donations and things are coming to him in crypto, and he's got a wallet. And somebody in the chat in his stream is talking about this new game on Steam. He downloads the game. He loads it up. Guess what? It wasn't a real game. His whole account got drained. He had raised $32,000 for his own cancer treatment. And some low-life scammer came in and stole his money. So just a warning. I mean, it's in Minecraft, right? It's in Roblox. It's in like everything. Yeah, somehow the game got into his pump account, and I don't know how. I didn't look at the details. Zach XBT called it out, though. He looked at it. And guess what happened? The community came together and raised money, $32,000 to put back into this kid's account. Isn't the community awesome? I mean, for that is awesome. That's what makes community so great. But still be careful, because not everyone's going to get lucky like this guy and have a community that is going to raise money and help him out. So Again, it's just a warning. I don't want to get everybody down. It's more about a warning in a bull market, and particularly a bull cycle. Do not trust anybody. Like Knockstar says here, right? Do not hit any links ever in email, social, nothing. Never hit a link ever, ever, ever. If you want to check something out, don't hit the link, right? Go on to another browser on another old laptop or something like that. If you just want to type in a website and see whether something's real, try that, but not on your main computer that has access to any exchanges or or definitely not on your phone, ever, 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 ever on your phone. So be careful. And attachments as well, right? PDF attachments. Those PDFs can be engineered to have little Trojan horses that come in and allow access. Calendly links. Yes, Calendly, like someone wants to make an appointment with you to do a call, right? Right? And they send you a Calendly link. Well, guess what? They can embed stuff in there. Word documents. And then they've got things that look like documents and it ends up being a screensaver. And guess what? The screensaver, it allows access to your computer. And then they can get in and they can hunt around on your computer. Try and get into your files, get into your accounts. So, again, just saying, this is the time of season, especially when things go parabolic, just to be extra careful. So with that, hey, are we doing great? Sorry. Doge just bumping around right around 24 cents. Bitcoin again just had a little dip down here, took to 111.7, took out a bunch of leverage down at 111.6. ETH as well. We also had Avalanche. Avalanche has been going on this big run here, came up to $36 and then now at 33. Took out a bunch of leverage today as well. And then also Aster, just so you know what's going on with Aster. Aster got over $2, came up to $2.16. So we got to take our $2 and raise it up, right? $2.16, new all-time high on Aster. And it's being heavily leveraged traded. And now since like noon today, price dumps, take out a bunch of new leverage. Pengu also going down. Yeah. Probably because Ali posted a TD sequential indicator saying time to buy, right? And it goes down lower. Oh, it's now below 3 cents. Yep, now below 3 cents. That Ali, he posts a TD sequential indicator, says buy, and it's like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh man, I tell you, that guy. Cell phones are more hackable, yes. I mean, whatever you can do for two-factor authentication, at least a PIN code at minimum to unlock your phone. Don't ever have a phone that doesn't at least have a PIN code on it, right? Because now there's, they used to have, the SIM swap thing, right? And then all the phone companies started doing these eSIMs, and now they're figuring out how to get into eSIMs. Be careful. Shorting the market. I don't think the market is just going to go down that much. I mean, we had to dip the other night, right? But to short QQQ now, I don't see that. I mean, Powell did say, right? What did he say here? Stock prices appear fairly highly valued, but right now, maybe next year when the so-called recession hits, right? Although it won't officially be a recession, but I don't see that happening right now. So buy the dip, you potato chips. Oh, for your potato chips. Right, the screensaver turns out to be a virus. Yep. I don't even click. I see those emails and I just swipe delete. I don't even open it. Don't even open it. I don't know who this Lauren account is, but that's just weird. That would come in on my live stream. Stay safe, you all. As crypto becomes more popular again, expect more hacking. Yep. If you doubt an email text, you can put it in the AI and it will tell you if that's legit. Yeah, but even then, it's like, ugh. Holding tonight. I'm holding until at least October 17th. That's Grayscale ETF day, right? At least waiting for that. Don't scan crypto QR codes at gas pumps. The whole gas pumps and the, swiping your credit card, and they have a way to get into that. It's just like, man, it's tough. It's tough. Yeah. Serious trust issues. Don't click links. VP isn't streaming until October. He's waiting. Yeah, he's not in it for everybody else. He's kind of in it for himself, isn't he? Right. And that's what he says, right? Bearish forever. Eric, you've been hanging out in VP's chat too many times to be talking like that. It's starting to brainwash you. Be very careful. Be very, very careful about that. I know, and Ali posts all this whale buying stuff, and they're not. They're usually transfers. They're not even buys. Because he can't tell, right? He just sees a big chunk of coins moving from one wallet to another. Oh, the whale bot. No. They're probably just a transfer, most likely an exchange. It's like, God. Oh. His predictions are all over the place, Con, not just TradingView, but like News BTC and like all these other. I mean, I reference a lot of those articles, and even today, right? I was referencing something else in an article and scroll down, and there's an Ali thing in there. It's just like, really? Yeah. Nothing about Bitcoin Reserve. Nothing. A lot of people were really hyped on it. Maybe something will still come out, but I don't think so. You have Face ID? Well, as long as they don't steal your face, you'll be all right, man. You'll be all right. Yes, they can hack a notebook. They can hack anything. DG Home running Avalon Q. My miner is in transit. I can't wait. Just delete the emails. Yep. Another Face ID person. Pengu, man, right, Christian? Again, patience. Do I think we'll dump more? Yeah, I mean, the market's weak. I don't think it's going to be as huge of a dump as we had Sunday night, but I still think there's a little more pain that could go. I mean, look at Bitcoin, right? In the 111s now, and it's not, there's no V-shaped recovery going on here. Bitcoin's looking pretty weak right now. Short term. You zoom out and the charts still look pretty good, but zoomed in is looking weak. So 2FA saved me when I was robbed in Colombia. Yep. Be careful. In the weekly chart, cup and handle. I mean, you zoom out and you look at the big pictures. You know, and what I've been showing, again, this one. On my weekly chart, it's like we're still higher lows, higher highs, and we're still in the lower channel of this overall larger, you know, this is like 10 years, right? Of 10 years in this channel at the highs, and we're not there yet. Now, we did move into it last November, right? But this is still 2025 right here in this green box. That I fully expect that to happen. 4-year cycles. The chart looks good. The Dogecoin chart looks good. Look at this. That's a pretty damn good looking chart. And that's from the bottom in the summer of 2023 when we were buying the bottom, right, of all the alts into my KrissPax DCA portfolio. That was all right there. And look what's happened since. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, even higher, right? It's starting to accelerate up, which I showed on a chart on my X account. Where was that? Right here, right? Starting to accelerate up. So that all looks good on the higher time frames. But we get zeroed in, right? We get so zeroed in on the small moves, but that's where we are right now. Buying all the Doge at 20 cents. We might not get there, Ion Hype. We might not get down to 20 cents. This could have been it right here. This flush out that we had came down to 23.08, right? Didn't quite hit 23 cents. Sorry, I'm in the way. Right here. This dip right here. You use the Gemini Elite World MasterCard, you get Dogecoin rewards. Always notified of purchases. Well, that's a good thing, Kriss. Any purchase, immediately notified. Time to throw Kriss onto the big screen. I'll take it. The big screen. Yay. I don't know VP's story, Nazif. I do. Someone told me he's like planning on starting a food review channel or something because this bull cycle is going to be his last for crypto until the next bull cycle. And he's going to do like food reviews. Like, okay, I'll still be here. I'll still be here. You bought $100 worth of Bitcoin, I'm down. I bought $10 of Bitcoin at the all-time high, and I'm down. But I expected that. You picked up more Zone under $2. I'll hold what I have. Zone is at $2 and 4 cents right now. You're making money, Mars. Making money. What's going on, Cullinan? Yeah, just zoom back. Just take the slider and slide it back. I covered it a little bit earlier. You have BTC to 104. 104. We're at 111.5 right now. Showing some weakness, as I said, on the short term, down to 104. 104. Again, since April, higher lows on this. I've got this just about hitting at 110. 110 is where this purple line is going to be hit if it holds. So 104. Yeah, I don't have anything at 104, really. Unless that's a fib line or something. But not anything to do with previous trading. I mean, this block right here on the dip that we had in August is about 107.5 or so. But I'm fully expecting it to bounce off the purple line here at about 110.8. Like just dip into the 110s and then go higher. So that's what I'm going to be watching for. All right. But hey, that's just me. Dancing Doge. Again, always a good sign. Always a good sign. The corporates want to corner the market. Maybe. Good afternoon, Dada Deer. How are you today? Hi, Luca. You just bought 5,000 Doge? You don't trust the Brazil government to hold your money. What? Really? I don't trust the American government to hold my money. I want to hold my money. Oh. Just want to mine Dogecoin. I can't wait to get my miner. Start mining. I'll show you guys what it looks like. I'll do a video on the whole unboxing and setup, all that. You got into crypto thinking you'd get rich. Now I just have a beautiful collection of coins and an empty fridge. A lot of it has to do with when you buy during the cycles. That's a large part of it. Sorry you weren't here back at the end of 2022, right after the FTX crash, because that was the time. Set up Face ID to open platform. If someone has your picture, they can log into your account. Yeah, I don't know about that. You want to get the Robinhood card. It looks cool. It looks cool. I may look into it next year, but you're using Crow. VP has a Big T food review channel. Oh, so he created it. The Big T food review. Interesting. Okay. DJ bought some Bitcoin, still in profit. Dada Deer has the Robinhood gold card. Awesome. Real gold. It's real gold. I love it. Oh, thank you, Kilmar. Appreciate it. William, thank you. Yep. Things can go fast in the bull run, right? Let's see where we are 2 weeks from now, because things are going to be setting up to take off. 104 is the value area of the uptrend derived from a volume profile. Okay, there you go. Maybe a little more dips in Bitcoin. Yeah, I think 110. I'm not guessing 108 yet. But 110 I see on the chart that I just showed. You're thinking 106.7 to liquidate leverage since May, but you may be wrong. Isn't it always warm in California? You must be in Southern California, because Northern California probably isn't very warm right now. Just a guess. Just a guess. When are the big moves coming? You just have to scroll back. I showed that all. Just watch the first 10 minutes of the live stream. I got the DG1 home miner from ElphaPex. I have a link in the description below if you want to check it out, because I do have a coupon code, a checkout code that gets you $200 off the low price. The low price. Let's see where it is on here. DG1 home. There it is. Wow, it just skipped right by it. This one, $1,100. $1,100. So it's normally $1,700. They have it on sale for $1,100. And then you use my code, you get $200 more off that. So you get it for $900. So that's what's coming. I will show you the unboxing, the setup, and what I'm doing. I will show you that. But very cool. Can't wait to get my hands on it. Get into some Dogecoin mining. And merge mine with Litecoin and Bells. It's all script mining. It is an ASIC miner. It's not GPU miner. It's an ASIC. But it's made for the home, so it doesn't have huge fans on it that are wailing at like 100 decibels. It's liquid cooled and it exhausts some air out, some warm air out into your room, which helps in the wintertime, helps heat a room. You need Doge to go up, you bet the whole farm on it. Isn't that what Elon said not to do? Didn't he say, don't bet the farm on it? I think he did. Don't bet the farm on it. What'd you do, Billy Goat? You bet the farm on it. Thank you for the membership. Appreciate it, Duchess. Yeah, that FTX crash, Solana was below $10. Do you believe that? You could have gotten Solana for below $10. The problem was, see, Solana, although Solana devs were right next door to the FTX guys, right? And so they were all in cahoots with each other. And so, and FTX owned a crap ton of Solana tokens. So there was a lot of fear in the market on Solana because of their association with FTX. So that's why a lot of people weren't buying Solana at the time. They've just haven't talked about that, right? And that whole relationship, right? It all just kind of quietly went away, which is how they wanted it. But there was something fishy going on there. There was something fishy going on. My YouTube days, right? We're still in September. This is what I'm saying. Big moves coming in October. We're not in October yet. We're still in September. We do our own food reviews. Exactly. We don't need big T, right? We cover that all right here. I hope everything pumps, Con. Not just Doge, but when everything pumps, Doge will go higher. But yeah. It's 74 degrees in northern Indiana. Yeah, we got up to almost 80 degrees today here in Boston. So enjoying a little nice late September warmth. You're packing for Seattle. Going on a road trip, Ryan, huh? Up to Seattle. Will I be streaming in the bear market? Yes, but probably not as often. I will probably cut back to like 3 days a week and then throw in an extra one if there's something big going on. But if it's in a bear market, I'm not going to be streaming every day. But I still will be here and I'll still be making videos. I'm not going to do a food review channel. Oh, you're in San Fran and it's warm today. Usually cold and windy. There you go. Hey, Duchess, for the Pax Cat Food Fund. Thank you for the super chat. For the Pax Cat. Aw. He'll probably come in at some point in time. You're welcome, Javier. We'll all be here in the bear market, commiserating together, trying to figure out where the bottom is. We'll see. Hey, but what if it's a super cycle, extended cycle? I like thunderstorms, tornadoes. Maybe we should become a weather channel. I think we're not a food channel today. We're a weather channel. Let's talk about the weather. You bought some more at 24.2. Now we're at 23.8. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. 24.2 to 23.8. It's about a 1.5. So not too bad. Ah, another for the Pax Cat. Thank you, William. The Pax Cat getting some love today. The Pax Cat. We're in this together, Pax Fam. I like that. The Pax Fam. I may steal that. I don't have a farm to bet. Dogetober. Dogetober. Mining farm. Doge. The tulip bulb. I don't know. The banks and governments are getting into it now. So I saw that they were applying to do options on Doge, but I don't think that's been passed yet. And I don't know exactly how that would work either. But I heard that they were applying for that. You paid $650 of electric with your Gemini card and you got 26 Doge. Nice. Doge. Paid in Doge. I like that. 87 in Philly. Wow. Yeah, we hit 80 here. Hey, Philex, how are you? From Christoph, when you say that the pump is coming in October, November, which months do you mean specifically? Like I can foresee the future exactly on which day it's going to pump. I know, right, Christoph? Like, tell me exactly what hour this is going to begin, on what day. Compo for the Pax Cat. The Pax Cat's getting all the love. Thank you. Justin, you have the Robinhood gold card. You can accumulate points to obtain a 30-gram gold bar. I don't know if I want a gold bar. I like just getting cash, putting it on Robinhood, and buying Doge, right? I want to do that. I paid 50 pounds for a pizza and your girlfriend left and dumped you. I bet the pizza tasted good, though. Can Dogecoin target Ethereum? No, why would it do that? It wants to work together with Ethereum. 94 in Austin, 37 in Sweden. 94. That's wrong. That is wrong. I'd like to see XRP have a great bull run. XRP will go up. People will make money on it, despite me not liking it. It'll still happen. I know, the weather girl's here. We're going to be a weather channel. We have our own weather reporter right here in the chat. How you doing, Monica? What's the weather in Florida today? Yeah, how does the weather affect crypto? Exactly. That's the right question. Storms are rolling through Florida right now. Any other cryptos that I'm looking at? Well, I'm still watching, or I still have Pengu and Bonk. Those are my other two memes. Pengu and Bonk, of course, both have slid back as well. We're watching Aster and what's happening with that. I don't own any, but that seems to be the CZ-backed thing, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's the one who's buying the crap out of it and pumping up the price. So we've been watching that. Most of the other ones that ran last week all dumped big time. So just be careful about the volatility. And then SWE and probably Jasmy again. Jasmy's down, but Jasmy's going to go on a run too at some point in time. It's down back to 1.2 cents. So yeah, big fallback on Jasmy from 1.5 down to 1.2. But again, we're still September. XRP Tober. Oh, Duchess, really? Did you have to go there? You bought the dip, still a Dogeaholic. I want Megal to go down too. $1.55, not low enough. Not low enough. Doge withdrawals. Yeah, I could see the future. If I could see the future, I probably wouldn't be sitting here talking to you guys. Only the market makers know. 81 in Honolulu. That sounds nice. Little breeze, sitting under a palm tree on a beach. I can picture that. That's what everybody does, right? Exactly. It's an ethics thing, Nick. It's totally ethics. Like I said, you can still make money on XRP. I just don't like the project. Somebody posted on X or on or a YouTube comment that they were in an X Spaces with the XRP army, and they were talking like seriously that XRP is going to $750. Like seriously, $750 for XRP. And then he called them on it, right? And he was just like, yeah. And then he got booted. And then he got booted from the Spaces for calling them on that and saying, yeah, that's not going to happen. The boot. He got the boot. It's like, oh, man. 100 in Arizona. Florida, hot. 85, South Florida. Z Ramos also has the Robinhood Gold card. It's been good. Just used it to buy the Bitcoin Orange iPhone 17 Pro. And so you got some Doge with that, right? You're getting paid in Doge? No, no, no. That's right. You're getting points to go for gold, the real gold. I know, one of the only jobs where you can mess up every day and not get fired. It's the weather. It's like, oh. What is Doge OS? When is it supposed to be launched? Doge OS is kind of a layer 1.5. It's not really a true layer 2. I can't tell you all the specifics of it, but it's something where different apps and things can be built on the Dogecoin blockchain, but not muck up the blockchain because it's being done on this other layer somehow. I don't know the specifics of it though, because I don't code and I don't get into all that detail. And I don't know when it's launching, but they have been previewing a lot of the beta apps that have been running, particularly in Korea right now, KBW 2025, and they're showing a lot of the Doge OS stuff that's all still in beta, but they're showing it here in Korea right now. So sit and wait. Can you believe BNB $1,000 for BNB? Its all-time high is now 1,083. Crazy run. PopCat. PaxCat agrees. PopCat. Watch the PopCat. 22 cents for PopCat. That's a dip. It had a double bottom at about 23 cents, and this dip did below it at 22. So 22 to 44 can probably double your money in October. That's the potential right there. Easy, 100%. That's what PaxCat's waiting for. Oh, it was a triple bottom. Look at that. So yeah, PopCat, you can buy PopCat today, and it's the lowest price it's been since April. Buying PopCat today. A lot of memes look like this. The meme tokens. Will PopCat be the one? We've been looking a lot at Pepe. And Pepe's back below the 10 line, which is the yellow line here. Get rid of that. But that could be another one with big double your money possibilities. But we think Doge too, from 23 to 46 can happen as well. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Simon and Garfunkel. Doge over XRP? Shreddy, it's really, I mean, it's just common sense. It's just common sense. Oh, that was William that posted that, the X Spaces thing. Your average purchase price for Doge is 11 cents. That's a good average. Nice. Nice. Yeah, just come to San Diego. Hang out in San Diego for the winter. Right. XRP, $589 is not enough. Now they're calling $750. They should have just stuck with the 589, right? They should have just stuck with the 589. Ah, Charlotte. Yeah, how's the roller coaster going there in the UK? Roller coaster. Bouncing up, bouncing down. Waiting to go to the moon. I got fired for microaggressions. Oh, yeah. Dogecoin profit in my buying power, and you can use that to pay off your statement balance. Not directly paid in Doge, but still cool. I know, $750. And somebody calls them on it and they boot him from the spaces. It's like, God, really? Oh. What are the odds of Doge going to $1? Not zero. It's not zero. It's something greater than zero. We can look at poly market, right? It's one thing we can do. Poly market. Doge to $1. Do they have that? So I search on Doge and they say, when will Bitcoin hit 150? That's not a Doge question. Okay. Dogecoin. There isn't a question about Doge and hitting $1. Even Dogecoin all-time high before 2026 is only 14% now. So Doge to $1 is less than 14%. Jason, like the video this morning? Another banger, yes. This morning's video, Dogecoin price reset right there. And what are we doing now? We're just going sideways. We're just hanging out down here. This is our reset. What could be a bottom after the big, total liquidation grab. And we're just going sideways now, bouncing right around 24 cents. That's what we're doing. And just jonesing, just scroll back and watch the first 10 minutes of the live stream, please. Yeah, you're at 25. Yeah, me too. 23 or 25? Yeah, I was at 23. It's down to 20 now. Yeah, that was you, William. I read that. Crazy, huh? $750 XRP. Yeah, we're not going to talk about COVID censoring here. It's nice that YouTube is finally going to unban accounts, let people finally get their accounts back like they should have done a long time ago. And it was the Biden administration that made them do it. I mean, come on. Freedom of speech, not so much. Anyway, don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Shreddy's at 60,000 Doge, but you're at a 26-cent average. We'll get back up there. We'll get back up there. Yep. Hang in there. I know, Toss, right? We need Doge to $1 so I can come to Boston and meet the American Doge family. We need Doge to $1. Exactly. We need Doge to $5 so you come to San Diego too. Deal. Oh yeah, show you around. Deal. Joshua, we'll be here together watching what happens. I don't know whether the big bull run here at the end of 2025 is going to start before or after October 17th. But don't even know if you'd touch LA if Doge hits $100. LA, yeah. What a place, huh? Oh. I know at Polymarket when Doge was up at 30 cents probably had a bigger percentage saying all-time high. Jonesing, this is what this whole live stream was about in the first 15, 20 minutes. That's all we talked about, is being patient for 2 more weeks. Patient, patient, patient. Choose a dressing. Choose a dressing. French, Italian, Russian, or red wine vinaigrette into the pasta salad. So it's a pasta salad. I'd go with the red wine vinaigrette, Duchess. Can I have the red wine vinaigrette dressing, please? That sounds really good. Not too heavy, right? The French and the Russian sound a little heavy. And the Italian, I go the red wine vinaigrette, all right? That's my choice. Oh. I XRP'd myself when I heard those price predictions. Those are not price predictions. Those are price fantasies. Price fantasies. The last time I was in LA, Santa Monica, 2018, I think. So not that long ago, 6.5 years ago. And stayed at a hotel that was right on Pacific Coast Highway with the Santa Monica Pier, like right there. And then one morning saw that there was a Denny's that was only like 2 blocks away from the ocean, just 2 blocks away. And man, was it was pretty freaky. All the homeless people. Saw one pissing in the street. Breakfast time. And I'm just like, that's nice. That's nice. Breakfast time. It was 2 blocks to the Denny's from the hotel. It was 2 blocks. It was 2 blocks. But man, that was like, ugh. And then you could see them all in the parkway, in the park across Pacific Coast Highway during the day. And then the police come and get them all to move overnight so they don't hang out on the beach at night. And so they all go into, Santa Monica on those streets, right? To find a place to sleep for the night somewhere in some doorway or, just on the sidewalk, wherever they are. And then the next day, what do? They just walk right back to the beach again. And it's just like, God, come on. That was like, wow. Sounds good. All right. Red wine vinaigrette it is. The Jerome Powell speech was mixed, Craig. It was mixed. We covered this earlier. He said that the tariffs are not a big factor in consumer inflation, which is what I've been saying for months. It's just like the Fed's job is to look at the data and then lower or raise interest rates accordingly, or lay off the quantitative tightening, whatever they do, right? But month after month after month, it's been, we don't know what the effect of tariffs are going to have on inflation. And it's why they didn't lower rates. Where Trump all along was saying, there is none. There is none. Just lower the rates. And today, he says tariffs are not a big factor in consumer inflation. Trump was right again. But then he went and said that stock prices are fairly highly valued. So he was ripping on stocks today. And so the stock market went down. So kind of mixed. Kind of mixed for Chirpow today. The Tesla diner is in LA. Yeah, but away from the beach. I've walked a lot in New York City. No problem. I guess it depends on where you are. A lot. My friends live on Upper West Side and walk all over Upper West Side. California homelessness is a lesson in how to avoid fixing a problem while making political careers off promising to do something about it. But yet, yeah. I was homeless one time, never acted like that. Ended up with a job, now work with homeless people, trying to help them want to change. Well, good for you, William. Good for helping out. It's a tough situation. I get it. I get it. In Boston, it's really tough here because it gets cold in the wintertime. So we have a lot of shelters, and most of the people don't want to be told what to do. So they don't like going to places where people tell them what to do. Ugh. Chirpow says the Fed isn't politically biased and then proceeds to hurt Trump's economy for no reason. Yeah, and remember a year ago when they lowered the interest rate by 50 basis points when the economy wasn't in a state where it needed that, but they lowered it anyway because Biden wanted them to? It would look good for his re-election, right? Not political. Jeez. Deport the homeless people. Nah, Danny, no. HBAR. Yes, I like HBAR better than XRP as a project. The whole Hedera hash graph thing, that's pretty cool. I like that. Is it going to be as popular as XRP? Probably not. XRP will probably do better. You'll have better profit, I think, with XRP than HBAR, in my opinion. If I was just buying purely for profit investment and didn't care about the ethics of the project, I would buy XRP. Oh. Just making shit up for rumors, huh? Just making shit up. There's a lot of accounts on X that just do that. Rumor, and they just make something up. It's impossible to do a reverse split on a cryptocurrency. It's impossible. You can't do it. You can change how many coins are given to miners. That you can do. You have 80,000 H bars. Thinking of selling to buy Doge. Yeah, so on that, I doubt there is an H bar Doge trading pair. But that's what I always look for, right? H bar Doge. Yeah, that doesn't exist. Or Doge H bar. Yeah, nobody's looking for that. Nobody's looking for that. But we can look at this. And we can say, hey, let's look at the performance. Doge and H bar, right? Yes. And we can look at their comparison, right? And so we can look at it over a day, over a week, over a month, and over a year. It's interesting. H bar has outperformed Dogecoin over a year. But over the past month, Dogecoin has outperformed H bar. The week, H bar a little better than Doge. So yeah, and that's because on the dip that we had, Doge went down at a greater percentage. They were even going into Sunday night. So yeah, right now, H bar versus Doge is actually, now would be a good time to swap over. H bar up versus Doge. On the week and on the year. If you're thinking of doing something like that. And we, of course, for the fun of it, we're just comparing prices and saying Doge at 23, H bars at 21, and we were looking at Algorand, which is 21, and then we were looking at World Liberty Finance. And where is World Liberty Finance right now? 19. So Doge is winning in terms of its price comparison with those three cryptos. We did, I mean, they weren't all the exact same price when we started looking at it, but World Liberty was higher than Doge at the time. Just something to do. I will be giving my Dogecoin price prediction for October on October 1st. So you have to wait. You like Render? I haven't looked at Render for a while. Rumor has it that KrissPax is running for president on 2028, a pro-crypto platform. No way. No way. Kriss's first act would be to replace the dollar with Doge. Can I sign an executive order on that? Pax for Prezi. I know. People just believe what's said to them. You just look at it and you're just like, ain't no way. 750, 589, even 100. It's like, come on. Around town, how are you? Love shorting the market, fish and chips. Oh, God. Is the fear and greed index a useful tool? I don't see it being useful at all. It kind of gauges the sentiment, but that's about it. Not a useful tool for anything. I know, I saw that. Did you see the Andre Jick video on this? $37 trillion debt could go into stable coins that then get sold throughout the world. It eliminates the debt. It eliminates the debt. I don't know. There seems to be something fishy about that I just couldn't quite put together when I watched his video. I was just like, well, okay, I guess, but the debt isn't real money. There's no real money there. So how do you take something that is just imaginary and turn it into a stable coin? You would essentially be inflating the US dollar by 37 trillion if you make that much in stable coins and unleash them in the world. That would be bad. That would be really bad. So no, I just could never, I watched the video and I just couldn't put together. It's like, and Andre's actually saying like, this could really happen. And I'm just like, who in their right mind thinks that that is a good idea? Oh. How much do you think a Doge mining setup would cost? I can tell you exactly. $1,100 minus $200 if you use my code, which link in the description below. $900, and you can have a DG1 home miner in your house. Doesn't have big loud fans that are wailing away at 100 decibels, and you can't, doesn't have special plug configurations where you have to hire an electrician in to, just plugs into a normal wall outlet. It's liquid cooled, so it doesn't overheat. Blows out a little bit of warm air just from the inner workings of the machine. So yeah, $900. Doge home mining setup. And that's what I'm getting. It's on its way. Kriss is very excited. And I will show you the whole setup, unboxing, setup, all of that. And you can merge mine, Dogecoin, Litecoin, Bell's coin. I don't follow Ondo Finance, Javier. Good luck. Hey, Greg. Glad you could make it. Bitcoin. Yeah, it's about to get back over 112, 111,998. We're right there. I feel like Elon Musk keeps saying he'll have payments out next week for the last 3 months for him. No, he hasn't said that. No, he hasn't said that. He just finally said something last week for the first time. about the beta testing going external. All of his beta testing has been internal so far. But he's never said next week. The stable coin is a con. That whole story is like, oh. I saw a miner for $500 only gives you a chance to win a block. I was like, no. Right. The Doge one, you can set up with a mining pool. And so far what we're hearing is 10 Doge a day plus some Litecoin and bells. So depending on how much you pay for electricity for your kilowatt hours determines whether you're profitable mining or not. At the current price of Doge at 23 cents, it might be kind of iffy depending on your power rate. But once Doge is back up over 30 cents, then you're making money. And plus all the Doge you mine now at 23 cents, right, will also increase in value as well when the price of Doge goes up. Can you buy it in Doge? Yes, you can. You can use cryptocurrency to buy a miner. Yes, you can. Right. DJ, though, those higher wattage miners, you need special power and you can't run it in your house. It's too loud. Too loud. Oh, swap it to a liquid cooler. Yeah, and then what do you pay? Or you can just buy this one that's liquid cooled. You're calling this dish the ravioli pasta salad with KrissPax dressing. Right? KrissPax dressing. You get Tether and Circle buying U.S. Treasury bonds. 37 trillion worth? How do you attack the 37 trillion? Thousand watts is manageable. I don't know which miner is at that rate, though. Don't know. Silent maglev fans. Yeah. I don't think that exists. Immersion tanks. MB. Immersion tanks. You're way beyond me. I just want one. I just want one in my house. Say I'm mining Dogecoin. The KrissPax pasta salad. There you go. I'm now a dish. I'm a dish. Yes. Awesome. That's something the Big T food review channel can't say. But I can. So, this is a much better food channel. Because we talk food and crypto. Never thought that I'd be mining crypto. I'm still not, but actually possible. Well, once you see my video of the setup, DB, you'll be like, oh yeah, I got to get one of those. We'll see. The silent maglev fans. Wow. Larger fans with slow RPMs. Yeah, those ant miners were loud. Those L9s, those were wailing really loud. But patience, my friend, Isfandyar. Patience, patience. The market should not be driving you crazy. Patience. Fog hashing C6 tanks. That is something I never thought I would actually say. Fog hashing. What is that? Fog hashing. What's a fog hash? Never heard of it. And maglev fans. Oh my God. The Pax Getty. Yeah, there you go, Danny. Pax Getty. The fans still make noise, pushing the air around. That's what you're afraid of. It's going to look so good. Oh, $900, man. $900. You had some great salad the other day. Cilantro avocado dressing. If I liked avocado, I would like that, but I do not like avocado. I'm not an avocado fan. But it sounds healthy. Yes, thinly sliced, Charlotte. Does nice of you to chip in with that. Very nice of you. Yeah, you can post it later, Duchess. Yeah, we don't want to be in the shadow realm here. We're not in the shadow realm. Keeping things real. Look at Bitcoin. Oh, back over $112,000 for Bitcoin. Woo, let's go. Dogecoin, 24 cents again. Woo, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That's the brand name. I was just like, what? Fog hashing. It's like, what does fog hashing do? Oh, it's a brand name. Oh, I had no idea. Fog hashing. DJ, set a price and sell, and that helped. Glad I could help out. Ryan likes the cilantro avocado. Nick likes the avocado toast. Charlotte's eyes have shown up. Is it hard to set limit on Bitcoin rather than Doge? It's the same. On an exchange, if you want to do a limit sell, it's the same. Avocado ain't your thing. Yeah, not mine either. Just not really. Yeah. MB, yeah. Avocado's gross. Tasteless. I hear it's healthy. I can't do it. Can't do it. For me to be in the shadow realm, Doge drops to way under a penny. Typically, I'm buying market price because I'm watching the charts like all the time. Except when I'm sleeping. I see the charts. And so when it hits a price point where I want to buy, I just buy. And so I use market. But that's just because I'm always in front of a chart, just about. Yeah, so every once in a while, I'll do a limit order if I see weakness in the market overnight and I'm getting ready to buy. I mean, like we had Sunday night, and set a limit order buy. It would just be for overnight, and then I would cancel it in the morning if it didn't hit. You're going to start a new account with Kraken. I've never used Kraken. I created a Kraken account. But then I went back into it and it said that I couldn't use it. Was that Kraken or KuCoin? I forget. Which one was that? Which was it? Yeah, I don't remember. VP may never get out of the shadow realm and may just go and eat a lot of food, make money doing food reviews. Chick-fil-A has a ranch avocado dressing that works. Kills every drop of healthy. Justin likes the avocado. Reaganomics. You know, again, we're just chopping sideways here. And we may be doing this for another 8 days, 7 days, until the possible government shutdown, and then we see what happens. I'm not expecting much right now in the markets. When the coins drop, he says they're going down to the Cohen condo. Oh, that's right, because Ben Cohen says things like it went home, like Ethereum went home, which is just a stupid thing to say. It went home. What does that even mean? It went home. It hit some arbitrary line on a chart, and he calls that home. Okay, whatever. I kind of like the Cohen condo, though. That is kind of funny. I do like that. It would be really funny if Doge hits $3 and XRP is still at $3. That would be funny. That would be funny. I've used Kraken. It's okay. You need 2FA, passkey, like all the stuff. Yeah, I think that's what I remember is I set up the account before you needed that stuff. And then I went back in and it said that I couldn't use it because I'm in the United States. I was just like, what? I have an account. Nope, not anymore. You can set stop losses on some exchanges, Sonic, for crypto. Depends on the exchange. But you can set stop losses. Come to San Diego for some real avocado. Someday we'll do that. Real avocado. I would try that. I would try that. The real stuff. Yeah, the Cohen condo. All right. Let's talk about Modelo's and Elon. Not drinking a Modelo tonight. I'm all right. Elon, he's the wild card. You don't know. You don't know. $1 is home for Doge. There you go, Ryan. Doge going home to $1. Does it cost more to trade in Coinbase Advanced? No, it doesn't cost you anything. You still pay a fee on Coinbase regardless of whether you're Coinbase Advanced or just the regular Coinbase home screen. You just get better prices if you trade in Coinbase Advanced. You get better prices. Hey, Jamil. People talk about him because he does streams on Dogecoin, covers a lot of other tokens across the board. That's all. I'm always covering news on Dogecoin, no matter what it is. I show Ali charts. We laugh at them. I show Trader Allen, Trader Tardigrade charts because it's Dogecoin, and I cover Dogecoin news. So Vision Pulse does daily live streams, or maybe he's on a pause, I don't know, but he talks about Dogecoin, so I cover that. Not much. I don't watch it. I would check in. I used to check in every now and then. He's got good TA. He knows his stuff. He goes a lot more into the shadow realm than I do. He goes into all of these tokens, goes into Dex Screener and starts finding all of these tokens. And he's got a good fan base that trades all of these things. And I'm just like, okay, that's a little bit too far gone for me. So you're in a good mood? Me too. You just watched today's video, yawning? Me whistling made the candles green. Hey, I should whistle more, right? Come to Temecula, get some real pizza. I just tour the country and just food. You'll never see a live stream with me and him together. That is not going to happen. I used to watch him. I haven't heard you cover him. I used to watch him. Now I just hear about him. Other people bring it up, and I'm just like, yeah. Wouldn't that be crazy if Doge skyrocketed tonight? Well, it'll happen when you least expect it. That's for sure. That's for sure. It's all your fault that I bought Doge. Yep, blame Kriss. Charlotte likes to use that hashtag. Hashtag blame Kriss. It's all my fault. Totally all my fault. Why is the green candle going up on Doge? Blame Kriss. Oh, blame Kriss. Yeah, he's a funny dude. Just a little on the depressing side. It's all bearish. We have more fun here. Food again, yes. Yeah, and this is what I've heard too. He doesn't own Doge. He's a bag of random coins that never seem to go up, so he's never happy. He's been doing it for how many years and he's still broke? I'm just like, man, how can you do that? How can you do that? I don't know. Do you want to follow a guy who's broke, who's been trading crypto for many years, or do you want to follow a guy who's made $2 million in crypto? It's like, what do you want to do? Who do you trust more? Oh. Yeah, I know, William. You're kidding. I know. Adding Doge at 21 cents was nice. Now it's patience. It's just patience. The guy was talking about his financial status. I was asking how that's relevant is that you're watching a guy who covers a lot of Dogecoin on the charts, but he doesn't own any. So you wonder, I mean, he doesn't own any? Yes, hashtag blame Kriss. I know your moves. Yes, Charlotte. Yeah. Only if we can pay in Dogecoin. Hey, Davin, how are you? Haven't caught up yet? Yeah, the fear and greed index, it went down to like 44. So it's no longer in greed. So now it's in the middle. I blame Kriss for me buying Zone. I told you to sell it. Remember back? But hey, guess what? I bought some. I bought Zone on the dip. $1.97. $1.97. I bought Zone. And Mars did too. He bought some Zone. So I'm now in the Zone game. Mac, thanks to you, I'm in the Zone game. But I bought it $1.97. Could have waited and gotten, if I waited like half an hour more, could have. There you go. There's Kriss. Could have, would have, should have. I would have gotten it $1.84. But I was like, $1.97. That's good. It's under $2. I was like, yeah. So I've got some zone now. Hi, David. Good night, RR. You don't think he's broke? You think it's all just for the views? I trust my financial advisor, which I am not, but thank you. Chunky chicken. Chunky chicken is unbelievable. A food clap. You miss it? You're in Dubai? Dubai. Yeah, that's what I've heard too. Slow and steady is the way. Trying to have some fun. Hey, Jamil, whatever. It's just a small thing. You're taking it so out of context. You're taking it really out of context. Yes, I did. 2,800 shares at $1.97. I'm in the game zone because I was waiting for Megal, and Megal's not dropping, and I had the cash sitting there, and I saw a 20% drop in zone, and I'm like, okay, now I got to buy some. Now I got to buy some. But hey, that's just the way it is. Had a dream Doge went to 7. Hey, Pex Cat in the house. Hey, buddy. We were talking about you earlier. How's your PopCat portfolio doing, huh? PopCat portfolio. Huh? Yeah, that's kind of weird. No, we'll be seeing if zone does go on a run. We'll see. I don't know what it's going to do. It's at $2 now. So in the game. Yeah, Casper, I'm not going to say what my net worth is. That's a little personal. But if you listen to me long enough, you can kind of do the math. Hey, Jamil, I am just talking. Other people are talking about it. Dude, let it go. Not a big deal. We're talking Dogecoin, and he covers Dogecoin. Talk about it. I just like. Yeah, that's another thing I hear too. And Jamil, it's not me, right? I mean, almost everyone just has the same sentiment of the guy, right? Feel sorry for him. You can get super chats, get more views. That's what his community is based on. It's like, ugh. Yeah. Thank you, Jimmo. Yeah, we're waiting for October. Whatever happens. Right, David? It could be the start of something big. And if you're long term, it's the start of something big. Could be. Could be. Nope, Stefan, I think we're just kind of going to bounce around for the end of the month. And then there's this fear of the government shutdown in the United States. And I think that's going to keep things from going crazy while we're still in September. So anywhere from 23 to 25 cents is probably the range, which was, of course, my price prediction in my September price prediction video. Somehow, magically, the price has ended up there. Imagine that. Yeah, I don't know, Yali. If there's a government shutdown, there would probably be a little instant kind of crash like we had Sunday night. I don't think it's going to be a huge major thing. Your girlfriend bought some too. You're not taking any blame. Not financial advice. Exactly. SWI and Bitcoin and Doge. That's it. I'm not holding any meme tokens. I'm not holding any meme tokens. They will fall hard. Not doing it. Corona's done. On to the Moretti. All right, DJ. End of November at the earliest, Con. Yeah, I'm targeting like Thanksgiving because things kind of slow down after Thanksgiving. So at least the middle of November, we'll see how things are going. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Speaking of November, why aren't we paying more attention to November? Looks like many Dogecoin ETFs will be launched. No, they weren't delayed from October. Wow. They weren't delayed from October. October still has the grayscale. November would be Bitwise, and it was always November. There was nothing delayed from October to November. But now we've got the 21 shares one actually showing up, which is kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting if this 21 shares ETF shows up on the DTCC, the ticker is TDOG. Is this going to be accelerated? Interesting. So I don't know. We'll be watching that. When it skyrockets, take your coins, put them in a cold wallet. The ones I'm going to keep are already in a cold wallet, but whichever ones I'm going to take profit on, I'm going to transfer back to an exchange and I'll take profit. But Bitcoin and Doge are already in. I've got two wallets that I have them in. Aside from MyDoge, that's just my tipping wallet. I've got Doge in like 6 different places. If my prediction is right for September, can I predict $2 for October? That's a good one, Colin. That's a good one. I should just predict $2. It'll just magically happen. Yeah, Charlie, that's good. Don't lose patience. Patience is key. Good things are coming. Exactly. What does Polly have on the shutdown? Good question. We didn't look at that one. I'm guessing it's big. Trump pause. See if it's any of the big ones here. Yes, U.S. government shutdown, 70%. 70. That's a lot. That's a lot. 70%. Praise be to Doge Jesus. What insider info are you not sharing? Exactly, right? Just looking at the charts, and I show it. I show it on the charts too, where I think it's going to go, and I say why. On October 1st, you will hear my thesis for Dogecoin in October. 7 days away, in 1 week. In 1 week. Late November sounds good, just like last year. Thank you, William. Trying to keep it real. Jose, are you saying Dogecoin 2 at these levels? I think we're going to just kind of bounce around here at these levels. The portion of Doge should be in a cold wallet is whatever portion you plan on holding long term. It could be half, it could be a quarter, it could be 3/4, whatever you're not planning on selling, then don't keep it on an exchange. Put it in a cold wallet. A cold wallet. For those that are interested in cold wallets, this is my Ledger Nano S Plus right here. Highly recommend this. I have a link in the description below if you want to check out the Ledger Nano S Plus. Highly recommended right there. I'm a wizard. The wizard, KrissPax. Yes. Ooh, I'm slow rolling it. Patience, my friends. Casper in Florida, how are you? I would create a Pax cat dish, but it would be just in name. But not edible for a cat. Exactly. He eats dry food. And the occasional slice shrimp. A thesis, exactly. It's a thesis. Right. Don't forget the shrimps. Oh, Pax Cat, your king account is here. Hey, the cat. Oh, the cat makes an appearance. It's been a while. It's been a while. I mean, we did have the real cat here just a minute ago, but what is this government shutdown talk? Well, so Congress funds the government, and when their legislation runs out and they have to refund the government, the Congress needs to vote on it, and they need to agree on the terms of funding the government going forward. And they can do that with a continuing resolution or CR, which just sort of extends the current understanding of whatever the monies are. And so the last continuing resolution that they passed goes through September 30th. So that if on October 1st, Congress has not passed a new continuing resolution or other legislation to fund the government, then the government shuts down. Which just basically means non-essential government workers get furloughed. They go home, right? They're not working, but they eventually get paid for everything. It's like a vacation. It's like a forced paid vacation is what it is. They've done it before. Sometimes it could last a day or two. Sometimes it could last weeks. And at times it had lasted months. If you look up the whole Bill Clinton, Monica Lewinsky thing, that happened because there was a government shutdown. Bill Clinton got in trouble because there was a government shutdown and there was this intern around. Oh, Bill. So that's the kind of crap that can happen if there's a government shutdown. Oh. I missed you. Yes. Pax Cat the King account. Yes, we got news from Powell. I've already covered it twice today, so you'll have to zoom back to the beginning. I covered it right at the beginning. I'm imagining Kriss with a long beard and a pointy hat with planets. What? What? The wizard. The magic 8-ball. Still here. It's doing its thing. They should fund the government with Dogecoin. Hey, there's going to be a stable coin coming out on Doge. So that could do it. A Doge-based stable coin. Ah, that could do it. $37 trillion worth. 37 trillion. KP, shut it down. Why, man? Why? Shut it down. Shut it down would be bad. Patience, a virtue. I borrowed a little money from myself to swing a dip if we have a shutdown. Yeah, Davin, I do that too every once in a while. I borrow for myself. I borrow from my future self because, man, if there's a good price, I don't want to wait. I know, the intern, right, Ryan? Remember that? You might be a little young for that one, but you've heard the story. You'd love to have a cat. Cats are cool. Cats are cool. It also happened because Bill is a naughty, naughty boy. Yes, indeed. That's just, yeah. We'll see you, Dada Deer. Thanks for stopping. Thanks for stopping in. Going forward, you're only going to vote for pro-crypto candidates. Well, Trump was pro-crypto, but yeah, hasn't really been great for the markets. Overall, not great. Not great. I've never used a Tangent wallet, so I don't know. I hear good things about it. Other people who have Tangent wallets say good things. I've seen good reviews of them. I just haven't got one. I talked to the Tangent people when I was at the Bitcoin conference, and they were going to send me one. I gave them my information, and they were going to email me, and they never did. And they never did. And I'm just like, whatever. I don't really need it anyway. I don't need it. I've got my ledger. I'm good. I don't really need a Tangent. So, all right. Hey, 6 o'clock here, guys. Hey, good day today. Right. No matter what, Doge has to go up. Agreed. Agreed. And that's what we're waiting for. We'd be patient, though. 24-cent Doge, hanging out. But hey, I'll be live again tomorrow, and we can continue this discussion about food and the weather and maybe a little crypto too. I hope everyone has a great evening. See you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.